Good morning. We're here today with one of our allies live interviews with Stacy McDonald. And Stacy McDonald is with Creative Cove Marketing. And I'd just like to ask you this morning, Stacy, tell us a little bit more about you and about Creative Cove Marketing and maybe what differentiates yourself.
Okay, so Creative Cove Marketing, we are heavy in design, and we also do marketing with our designing. We have degrees in graphic design where we're able to brand companies, help them communicate and message their brands. And then we also think about every aspect that they would need branding for their business, whether that's through just a logo branding, or if they need social media, website. We do promotional products. We also do product design from start to finish. We have links to over 5,000 manufacturing companies. And so we're able to we're that full service design company where we will actually work with them from the get-go all the way to the end on launching their products. So it's really exciting to be able to be that full service design agency. And I don't know if I love the word marketing. It's a very strong word because I love design so much, but marketing is important in design. So that's where the name the creativity part, the cove because I love the ocean and anything with water in it. And then we combined marketing, so we're kind of like that one size fits all type of deal.
Well, yeah, and we really want to get to know our members and let people know who you are. And that was something I actually did want you to expound upon to our members and to all the viewers out there is, Creative Cove, why that name? And I think you've kind of touched on that, but get a little deeper with me and tell me, why is that so important to you? I know you fairly well, and I know that you do love the sea and all of that, but tell us a little bit more about, why that name and how does that resonate with you and how do you get that over to your clients?
Well, I kind of thought about Shark Tank, but I didn't want to be the shark. And I thought I'd make it softer with Cove. But I go back 7 generations from sea captains. And the seventh great grandfather was a sea captain. He had 10 kids. 9 of the boys became sea captains. And one of the daughters married a sea captain. And so if anyone's heard of Dana Point, California, my mom's last name was Dana. And he discovered Dana Point, which is kind of cool in California. But I've never not had a boat. We boat. My grandpa had a yacht in San Diego. And it just runs deep, and we love the ocean, and we also love the lake. We go to Lake Powell a lot, like everybody else does in Allies.
Yes, and I love hearing stories about why did somebody name their business something, and it really tells us a lot about you and who you are as a person. So thank you for sharing that with us. Tell us, Stacy, what's going on in your industry right now that people need to know, and what kind of problems can you solve for them?
Well, right about 6-7 months before COVID-19 hit, we were. I was starting to present all over the country on. There's a speaking engagement that I do. It's called Technify events, and we help businesses use technology to magnify their business. And so we started launching apps, and we started doing digital business cards when you're like on a Zoom and you need to pass something along nationally and you don't have a card that you can just pass over the phone. You can do it through technology. And so what we do is we feature people who are able to use technology in their business, and we're able to help businesses get that cutting edge. And it's not just for COVID. That's the way our world's turning. In the next 10 years, we're going to have 90% Z-Gens and millennials taking over the workforce. So it was a perfect time. People that were kind of like on the fence, should I add this technology to my business? Now they're like, I definitely should. And that's kind of where we're at. So we help people communicate their brand digitally every day. And it's so important to have that online presence, especially now. And it's probably going to be like this from here on out. I'm guessing.
I agree. Yeah. In fact, speaking of the whole Technify thing, when is your next event? And one of the things I like about this is it's not for people just in Southern Utah.
Right.
This can be an international type thing. So
Right.
when's the next Technify event that you're going to
So
have?
we're kind of, I just moved houses and stuff, but we do it every 2 weeks. You can text 64600 and then message Technify, TECHNIFY, for our digital business card. We'll be announcing our next event. It'll probably be in 2 weeks. We usually do it on Thursdays. I might switch it to Wednesday. We're going to try and do some different times for some people because there are conflicts. So right now we're just kind of figuring out what we want to do. But we've had some awesome speakers. We had Jared Yellen from Cinderwit spoke. And then our last one, we had a LinkedIn expert that spoke. He was a phenomenal. He gave like a $900 package to all the people that came. And we use a really cool online product that actually you sit in a room with tables virtually. You can hit on the person, there's a picture, and you can hit on their thing, get their LinkedIn and their Facebook information, which is amazing to be able to really network. And so you can literally get contacts, with anyone at the event, which is amazing. And then they also have speakers. So you really feel like you're in a virtual reality world. It's a product from Japan. It's amazing.
That's amazing stuff because as you know, we the future is somewhat uncertain, and we're probably going to have to do more of that kind of networking in the future. Although we love to be face to face, and that every day things change, and we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, tell me, Stacy, what do you hope to get out of Allies, and how can Allies help you to get more out of what you want out of life and your business?
So the thing I like about Allies is that it is local. I love my area. I love Southern Utah. I love St. George and the surrounding areas. And obviously with the COVID-19, I'm so glad that I've had so much opportunity to move nationally and internationally. But I've always held fast with wanting to keep my roots locally, and I'm so glad. I think it's so important to grow your business locally from the inside out, and that's kind of where I've kind of stood with Allies. I've gotten to know, you and Paul and a lot of people in Allies over the past few years. You've been very generous with me, and I just love our community, and that's one of the biggest reasons. And then also, networking is probably one of the best things you can do for marketing, and so getting to meet people, whether you're doing it on virtual or in person, getting to know people in your community is so important, and to connect with others.
Well, thank you very much for being here with us today, Stacy. Anything else you'd like to say to our audience before we go?
I just wanted to say one thing. I was talking to one of my friends that's over in LA that has a lot of connections, and he has been doing national events all over, and he has found that, yes, it's nice to meet in person, but when he holds events, he's actually found when you do them online, you're able to track your leads a lot better.
That
which
is
is
true.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to point that out.
That's very interesting.
That don't feel discouraged if you're just online. There are ways to still reach people digitally, and there's creative ways to connect with people. It's really what you do after those Zooms that we do in Allies. It's really what you do after those events.
It's all about the follow-up.
It's all about the follow-up, and I just wanted to leave with that.
Thank you so much. And today, if you would like to know more about Allies or about Creative Cove Marketing, please feel free to reach out to us via our Facebook page. And also be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Allies USA. Thank you, and have a great day.